Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to Happy Silver People. And my name is Rachel. I'm delighted to have with me today the well-known Michael Heppell. I feel like I should be calling you Sir Michael Heppell. Perhaps that would be a little premature. Like Sir Michael Caine. But Michael is very well known. He's a #1 Sunday Times bestseller. He's known as the UK's #1 success coach, and he's also been described as one of the top 3 business speakers in the world. So I am particularly thrilled to have him give up some of his time to be with me today. Thank you, Michael, for joining me.
It's an absolute pleasure, and what a lovely introduction.
Thank you.
I'll take the knighthood. Why not?
I hope I planted a seed there somewhere. I don't know Michael actually that well, but I do know him through some of the groups that he runs on Facebook, which include How to Be Brilliant, a very large group, several thousand people. Write That Book Masterclasses, which are much smaller and tailored for people like me who are trying to write, publish, and sell their books. And also a group called Team 17. And it might come up in discussion as we go along a little bit more about those various groups and the way that Michael tries to support budding writers like myself. So Michael, before we met today, I asked you to think about how you might describe yourself to someone who doesn't know you in 10 words. And I haven't heard those yet, so I'm quite intrigued to know what you came up with.
Well, I got a little bit of help. I did the first 5 myself, and the second 5 I asked my wife because.
Okay.
And I just thought, I wonder if I would agree with what she says. So it's quite interesting. So the first 5 are me, second 5 are her, but I agree with them all.
Okay,
so here
that's
we
good
go.
to know.
I have creative, funny, intelligent, caring, emotional. That's my 5.
Okay.
And then Christine added fixer, inquiring, kind, loyal, and driven.
Loyal and driven. Okay, so an excellent list there. I think I'm going to ask you which one of those, maybe which one of your wives you were most surprised by, if any.
I would say that I'm surprised she didn't put down some of the negative ones. I mean, she actually said as a joke when I first said, she went narcissist. And I was like, really? Well, you can be, but I'm not going to. We shouldn't put that down on the list. I mean, I am definitely a fixer.
Yeah.
You know, it's not me. I'm surprised by it, but I'm surprised that you put on the list. It's just, for me, it feels like such a natural thing. If something's wrong, I want to fix it. If somebody has a problem, I want to help them.
Yeah.
If I see something that's broken, I'm going to sort it out. I am a natural fixer. If something isn't efficient, how can I make it better? That is very much a part of me, and I sometimes don't understand how other people don't see that, or why other people don't get it or do it.
Does that link into the caring side of you then?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, caring is about looking out for people. So I always support the underdog. I'm always the one who is, if I see somebody who needs something, it's just to show them that I just care about them. Like I had a coaching client last week who told me some really, really tough stuff that they were going through. And I just made it my duty that every day this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I would just drop them a WhatsApp. Just to let them know I'm thinking about them, that's all. And I was really conscious of doing that in a nice way. And so I think that's, for me, is caring.
How does that extend when you've got much larger numbers of people? For example, I'm thinking about How to Be Brilliant, where there's several thousand there who are interested in engaging and hearing more and getting support from you. How do you manage that?
Badly. Because I had no idea how it would take off. I mean, we've got 4,300 members or something now in How to Be Brilliant. Not everybody's turn up every day, but we have 78% of people who are members visit that group at least once a month.
Mm.
which is staggering. So in terms of engagement, that's huge. And they are all looking for different things. But all I can do is just say, look, I understand what How to Be Brilliant means. For me, it's finding out where people are now, where they want to get to, and helping them to fill the gap. Not me filling the gap, helping them to do it. So every week I'll do a live on a Monday and I want to share a tool. And then we've got, Steve Kelly is doing something on a Sunday where he's showing people success strategies and how to be more efficient. And then we've got Dean Coulson doing his stuff on a Wednesday with wellness and health and stuff like that. So, and then people just post things and just share stuff or ask questions and run polls and all that type of thing. And I think for me, that's great because it's a community. So what I really want to do more than anything is engage a community to help itself rather than
Yep.
me be the person who's the issue.
You like being the catalyst, if you like.
Yeah, because in real life, I'm a speaker. So, I stand on stage and I present, and
Mm.
I don't want to sound big-headed, but I'm brilliant at that. That description about being one of the top three, the quote actually was one of the top three professional speakers in the world. I don't know about business speakers because there's some people who've done a lot better in business who people might want to hear. But as a professional speaker,
Mm-hmm.
that and being your job, I can stand in front of any group of any size, and I know I will absolutely blow them away. And then it's all about me making sure that I give the audience what they're looking for. With these online groups, this is about letting the audience get what they need from the audience rather than it just being from me.
Okay. And as you said you're normally a speaker, and I assume obviously things changed a lot with the pandemic, and maybe that's why you're working in a slightly different way now. So as you go to the next year, 2 years, 5 years, how do you think that might change?
Well, I obviously would like to get back on stage, but the big events, the bigger ones, have changed dramatically, and they'll never go back to how they were. I think the days of a company conference with 2,000 staff flown in from all over the world and coming together, I can't see it coming back mainly because the accountants have got involved, and where the accountants in the past were, there's your budget, organize it. Now they've gone, oh, actually, when we couldn't do the conference, instead of it being £800,000 to put it on, it cost us £8,000 because everyone just came in on Zoom. Why do we need to spend all that money on travel, hotels? Oh, well, people can network. People can, there's that time outside of the hall, which is obviously very important. Yeah, but is it £800,000 important? And I think that's what's happening at the moment. So I think there'll be hybrid versions where there'll be people in the room and there'll be people who will dial in. And already I'm seeing that. So with some events where they'll say, well, what we're doing, Mike, is we've got you there. This is for later on in the year. There'll be about 200 people in the room, but then there'll be around about another 2,000 that'll be dialing in from around the world.
Right. Okay. And as you're growing older, so you're coming towards your late 50s.
No, I'm not.
Towards.
I'm
I'm not saying you're there
54.
yet.
I'm 54. I'm coming towards my middle 50.
All right, you're in your middle 50s. Do you feel your personal preference for what you do is changing?
Yeah, definitely. I think what I found, I'm embracing getting older. I really am. It wasn't that long ago that I used to dye my hair, and I used to get a comb through. My hairdresser used to do a comb through, and then one day I just thought, "Oh man, what am I doing this for? What the heck is the point?" And so I just said to him, "I said, Richard, this is the last time." And he says, "Well, if this is the last time, let's not do it. And then next time you're here, we'll just cut everything out."
Yeah.
And that's it. Well, the funniest thing was my mum said to me, "Hey, my goodness, Michael, you've gone grey really quickly." And I didn't have the heart to tell her. I was getting this comb through, and after 2 months, it was all gone. It was all out. So I embrace being older. I'm really comfortable about that. I still have loads of energy, though. I mean, that is my that should have been one of my 10 words, actually, energetic, because I've got so much energy and I never need to stop. So I have to make myself stop, because I
Right.
don't need to. I have to schedule it in. And what I haven't done in the last 2 years is I haven't scheduled in a break, a proper break. So we used to take August off
Mm.
and, go somewhere nice. So we'd often have August in Ibiza the whole month. And then over the last 2 years, I haven't done that. I had a few breaks, long weekends, a week here or whatever, UK holidays, that sort of stuff. But I haven't had a good break. So this year I'm taking February off. So the whole month I'm
Yes.
doing no work.
I hope you enjoy it. Recharge your batteries. Yeah. As you, I suppose I was going to ask, as you get older into your later 50s, etc., is there anything you're doing now or planning ahead to prepare yourself for that? How you might feel then, how you might be physically or mentally? You described
Yeah,
yourself as intelligent, for example.
yeah. I mean,
Keeping your brain active.
Do you know what's interesting is thinking that you are moving and changing with the times, and thinking that you're still being quite modern until your kids pull you up on something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you suddenly have that realization that you are becoming your parent, and that's really been interesting for me. So I have a great relationship with my son and my daughter, but particularly with my daughter who will challenge me on stuff, and so recently we were having the whole debate about multiple descriptions for gender, and
Okay.
how someone would describe themselves and how they would identify. And I said, I kind of get the 5, but this 27, I just don't really get at all. And she said, do you remember having conversations with Grandpa where he couldn't understand that somebody was gay? I was like, yeah. She says, you're doing that now. I went, no, it's completely different. She says, it's not. It's the same. The fact that you don't understand it is just your way of not understanding. It's not wrong. So I'm like suddenly thinking, right, okay, I want to read about this. So I start finding stuff online, and I'm reading, and I'm trying to understand
Mm.
how somebody can identify as and what that means, and just to try and understand it. And it's hard. So I think that's going to happen a lot more. I try to
Yep.
stay ahead of myself with technology, but a lot of and music and stuff like that. I never want to be one of those people who goes, it's just noise. This new music's just noise. I don't want to do that. So I kind of try my best, but at the same time, I don't want to be the sad oldest rocker in town or anything like that.
Yeah. 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 So that sounds good. Maybe you described as inquiring. So do you think that would help? Sort of
Yeah,
inquiring mind, keeping yourself fresh.
I'm fascinated by stuff. I love having my mind changed. I love it when I talk to somebody who's really intelligent and they change my mind about something. That
Mm.
to me is a joy, because what's the point in having a mind if you can't change it? And I get really I'm interested by people who are completely stuck in one way of thinking, and then I want to find out what's behind that. Why do they think that way?
Mm.
And then see if my mind can be changed. And I love holding opposing thoughts as well, and kind of thinking that's right and that's also right.
Yeah.
Isn't that great that we can do that?
Yeah.
So that inquiring mind for me comes out a lot.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think we're going to have to wrap up, Michael. Unfortunately, that's the end of our 10 minutes.
Well, it was lovely.
Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I discovered a lot. I think you're future-proofing yourself really well, and we'll look forward to many, many, many more years of Michael Heppell, fabulous speaker live, as well as facilitator and catalyst online.
Oh, I like that. Facilitator and catalyst. I'm happy to be a catalyst, Rachel. That's great.
Wonderful. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you again on Happy Silver People. Do subscribe on YouTube or find me on Facebook. Bye for now.